What's going on, family? Craig Breeze here. Let me adjust this camera right. Y'all can see me? We good? Alright. Well, I'm making this video. I just wanted to give my point of view on some things, put things into perspective for those of you all that may have been watching my movement for years. Maybe you just happen to stumble across this video, but either way, you're here for a reason. And that reason is to get your own dose of the truth from yours truly. Now I'm just a regular kid, man. I'm a regular guy just like you. I'm just not getting off work. I own a business, trying to make ends meet just like everybody else. So I'm no different than you. Minding that I'm no different than you. Your blood is red just like mine. You know, should it matter what's available to you in the world, what the world views you as? Is it fair to decipher those things based on the color of our skin or the content of our character? Now, the topic of discussion as of lately has been the riots going on in Baltimore and the tragedy of Freddie losing his life in police custody. And I understand the unrest that my people are in. I understand the unrest that all people should be in, because not only was this man a black man, he was a man. He was just like you and me. His blood was red just like ours and got spilled for nothing. Could have all been avoided, right? But this man passed away. Now, a lot of his family and friends, I'm sure they're grieving over the loss of Mr. Gray, because we don't know what he meant to the world, really. We don't know if he was somebody's best friend, somebody's brother, somebody's confidant, the love of some woman's life. We don't know. And the world will never know who Freddie Gray really was. Why? Because they won't give that man a real platform to have his family let the world know what they really just lost. And that's unfortunate. It really is. But my thing is this. You've been hearing it from your positive influences all around the world in pop culture, especially the black community, standing up now saying that, responding in violence is not the answer, Baltimore. And I agree, it isn't. It isn't the answer. But what we need to figure out is what the answer really is. Because although the answer isn't nonviolence, it's not sitting there doing nothing either. It's not sitting around talking about it on the radio. It's not watching your local news for updates. It's taking action. It's starting right now within yourself, changing your mind. Because what we don't want to admit is that as amongst African American people, we can be just as racist as these white folks. And y'all know how many times you heard your grandmas, how many times, young black men, have you heard your grandmothers, your mothers, even your aunts say, "I dare you to bring a white girl home." I know I heard it. I'm being honest. I heard it. We can be just as bad. So it's a reality check, not just for those white supremacists in the world, but the black ones too. It's time that we realize that all of our blood is red, just like the next man. Ain't nobody different than nobody else. No matter what your address is, no matter how much money you have saved in your bank account or whatever, it doesn't matter, man. We all the same out here. Drop all of the bull, man, because we fighting over differences that we don't even have. We fighting over things that ain't even worth fighting for. What happened to peace? What happened to equality? What happened to real living rather than existing, rather than everybody on this planet being another statistic? Because that's what we all are. Just as they say 13% of the American population is black, You know, they have a statistic for the rich white people too. They're the top 100. They're the top 1% of the world. Everybody is just a number. Why is that? Why are we just numbers? Why are all of us just numbers to each other? Why are we just things to each other? We've become so desensitized over the years. And that's what's killing us. That's what's killing us. Being desensitized to your fellow man, whether he's white, yellow, brown, black, beige, red, purple, green, doesn't matter? No, because that's your neighbor. And sure enough, if you got any daggone common sense, you know good and well that if you didn't need the man next to you, he wouldn't be there. And neither would the person to your other side. And neither would there be a person behind you nor in front of you. Guess what? You would be in this world alone if you didn't need nobody, no matter what the color of their skin is, man. Let's put the BS to the side, man, and let's get to recognizing what's really real. It had taken me a long time, with the emergence of the Freddie Gray situation coming out on the news. It took me a while to make a statement. And why? Because I reacted just the same way everybody else did at first. I was upset. I was hurt. And you know what really hurt me? Was Freddie Gray. Could have been me, man. I was talking with my girl last night, and I was almost brought to tears at the thought of that could have been me. It could have been any one of us. It could have been anybody. Not just a black man, but just anybody. Let's say the world was reversed and there were so many more black supremacists in the world than there were white. The same thing could have happened. It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody. and that's what we got to realize. Ain't nobody untouchable. Just because you white, just because you live in a certain part of town, that don't make you untouchable. It don't make you no different than the next man. Put all of these prejudices and inhibitions towards people, put all of this stuff to the side, man. And I'm trying to keep this video clean, to be honest, because it gets me riled up talking about this, man. Like I said, I was almost brought to tears yesterday talking to my girl about this, man. That could have been me. Freddie Gray could have been you. It could have been your brother, your mother, your father, your cousin. It could have been any one of us, man. So what are you going to do about it? To prevent it from being you, what you going to do? You going to walk around with a gun in your back pocket? To be the next number? You want to be the next number? Well, go about it that way. But you know what you do? You start with yourself. You look yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself, I'm worth more than what I think I am. I have more to offer this world than what the world tells me I do. And I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's what you tell yourself. And then you know what you do in turn? You turn around and you tell the person sitting next to you the same thing. You tell your children the same thing. You go back to the hood, you tell your partners the same thing. It's time for us to make a shift. It's time for us to start living on our terms. Everybody wants love, peace, and happiness, right? Why are we living in a world full of hatred and sin and death? If we seek the complete opposite. It's because we've been looking for those things in the wrong places. We've been looking for those things in material things. We've been looking for prosperity and peace in material things. When all we need to do is look within ourselves. God says don't guard your heart right now. God is telling the world, stop guarding your hearts. Be open with each other. Love each other for the fact that these are the only people you got left. These are the only people you can lean on. I can't even keep talking, man. I know y'all done seen this video shaking, jumping, all kinds of stuff. I'm driving with one hand. I drive a stick shift. So me trying to drive right now is a bit of a dangerous little multitasking technique, but it's just that worth it. It's just that worth it. I had to, man. I had to make this video. I had to give somebody this message. I had to. So, until next time, family, Craig Breeze here. And I want to challenge you. By the next video you see from me, I want you to be able to comment and reply to that video to say what you've done and what you've began to do different to shift the world around you, so that you can teach your little brothers and sisters, your children, your cousins, your niece, your nephew, how to fly right, man, how we can fix this thing. And that's where it starts. It starts inside of each and every one of us. I love y'all, family. I love y'all. That's why I do this. And do the world a favor, man. Share this video. Let somebody else hear these words, because this is what we need right now. Alright? It's what we need right now. Again, man, I love y'all. And I'll catch y'all next go around. Alright? God bless.